How did you go from 5 pairs of fake Airpods to this online e-commerce store?
There was a lot of other little hustles I used to do. I used to
Yeah.
sell tobacco dust. I used to double
Mhm.
my money in a day. And then that is what I'd use to now buy more inventory. We started selling online. I think on that Shopify store, I think I only did 3 online sales. We did sell offline.
Yeah.
So the market wasn't yet geared for full online conversions yet. So I did that for about 1 year. And then I realized I needed to get a physical presence to actually gain the customer's trust.
You know what? We about to take off.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode of Before We Take Off. It's your host Mufaro, and joining me today, we're heading all the way to Zambia, where this innovator does not wait for the perfect conditions. He just goes. Chikakula Banda is the founder of HV Gadgets, a tech company redefining access in a market where many overlook. Kula, what's happening, my man?
Hi, how are you, bro? I'm
I'm
good,
good,
thanks.
man. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining the show. I really appreciate it. Obviously, I've known you for a few years now, for a long time, since our days back in Brisbane. And man, I got to say, I'm lucky, like with doing this show, I've had a proper like wish list of guests, and you were definitely on that wish list. So yeah, thank you so much for doing this.
No. Thank you for inviting me, bro. I appreciate it, and I'm glad to help you start this. Yeah, and
Yeah,
we can
man.
see where it goes.
Absolutely, bro. But hey, man, the launch pad is yours. Talk to us. Tell us your story. Who was Chikakula before HV Gadgets?
So my name is Chikakula Banda. I'm an economics student or graduate by profession. But after graduating, I decided I wanted to get into business, and I decided the best would be to come back and do it here in Zambia. So I've always had a knack for electronics. I've always loved tinkering with things, repairing things.
Tell me more, like, growing up, like what was your relationship with tech? Like how did this,
Mm.
yeah.
So from a young age, I've always loved tech, right? So I got my first computer in 2004. Ever since then, bro, I was always tinkering online. I would download things, pirated things. But yeah, because that's the only way you could access them here in
For
Zambia.
real? Yeah.
You'd play with those things. You'd crack software. You would tinker, and like I just started from early. Even in 2009, 2010, when I went to high school, I was there. I was the one who used to jailbreak iPhones for my friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I've always just loved tech from a young age. Even high school, I used to do all the admin stuff for the boarding house. Be the one who would, yeah, I'd help with the printer if it's got problems. I'd fix the printer. Just, yeah.
Yeah, it's in such a, I think, like, people have such a massive misconception about Africa, right? They think we don't know technology, but like, you were doing it from, back in high school, you're the one jailbreaking iPhones and everything like that. Like it's amazing, bro. I think
Yeah.
as long as I've known you, you've always been hustling in like the best way. You know what I mean? Like you've always had like an ambition and a goal for something. I remember back in Brisbane, like you were selling dashikis at one point, and you you were selling like all these different things. So like when did entrepreneurship kind of become your thing?
Uh, it actually really started in um when I came to Australia, actually.
Yeah.
Before that, my mom's been in business since about 2004. So she resells clothes, and she's got a few boutiques around Zambia. And I always grew up watching that from one shop, two shops, three shops. And then in 2016, when I came to Australia, um, I needed to make money just to keep myself you know, because the standard of living is different from Zambia
Yeah.
to here to Australia. I can tell you that. Yeah. So I needed just a way to find some extra money. And I kept thinking, like, what can I do? What can I do? And drop shipping had just started blowing up then. So yeah, I thought about all these other things. I tried dashikis because dashikis was the weirdest one because I had a few and everyone would ask me, where did you get it? Where did you get it? So I
Yeah.
said, let me try sell it. Yeah.
You were definitely the dashiki plug in Brisbane for a minute, bro. Like you
Yeah.
were where, but it was all sorts of African goods, and I think like it was dope because especially like around our friendship circles, like not a lot of people had that kind of like mindset, that kind of hustle mindset. So like I think in a way, bro, like you were doing something very special, and like yeah, I definitely always appreciated that. What then prompted the move back to Zambia from Australia?
You know, the move back was mainly two things. I missed home
Mm,
and I missed the community I had back home. I had something similar in Brisbane, but
mm,
the home is where the heart is.
mhm.
So, yeah, I decided to come back. Then also, I always wanted to build something in Zambia because even while I
Yeah.
was in Australia, I would try and build stuff in Zambia. I would talk to my friends, try to get them to help me with things, doing this, collecting goods from the freight companies and all this. And it did work for a bit, but it was very difficult because sometimes you find people are not as reliable because they know you're not around. So you find they delay certain things. Oh no, I wasn't able to do it today. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh no, this. So that's when I said, no, if I have to build here, I have to just come and be in the market.
Yeah, I think that was gonna be my next question was, did you always see yourself building something in Zambia? So that's I guess on that, what was the problem that annoyed you enough to actually do something about it? What was the thing that you were like, man, this is the gap in the market that I need to address?
It was mainly the cost of the electronics in the Zambian market. So consumers buying the items and also the amount of fake and copy items being sold at unreasonable amounts.
Mm,
So the market is flooded with fake items. So you get copies of headsets, copies of accessories, copies of even the iPhones, you find copies too, and also
yeah.
parts played with. So that was the problem. And I said, I know I can do this better and just be honest with people. Yeah.
Tell us about the business. What exactly is HV Gadget?
So HV Gadgets is an online e-commerce store. We run a hybrid model. So we drop ship items from Dubai and China, and we also hold local inventory here just
Mhm.
to increase speed.
How did you find the funding for your first batch of inventory? Because I imagine that was the hard part, right? It's entering the market.
Yeah, so the business started in 2021. Before that, it wasn't the drop shipping. It was more so I have the stock and I resell it. So how I found the funding for that one was I there was a rush in the market for AirPods at the time, and
Okay.
I decided to resell. Uh, so I ordered I think 5 pairs of AirPods, not the original
Yeah.
ones, the copies. I ordered 5 pairs.
Okay. Yeah.
Those 5 pairs, I sold them for 10x my cost. Yeah, I made maybe 5K off that, which is relative to Australian dollars. It's about 200 Australian dollars. And I spent maybe $30 buying them. So
Snap.
that's
Okay.
what gave me now the funding to start my first batch. Then from there, I ordered only accessories, original, branded. And then, yeah, and that's what got me into the game.
Crazy, man. And then yeah, tell us more about the journey. Like how did you go from 5 pairs of fake AirPods to this online e-commerce store?
So, yeah. So there was a lot of other little hustles I used to do. I used to sell tobacco dust to help me raise capital. So for the tobacco dust, it's here. I have a supplier. I would post online, and then we get the tobacco dust, and then supply it, get paid. So I used to double my money in a day, and then that is what I'd use to now buy more inventory. We get the inventory. So then 2021, December, January, I launched a Shopify store with some inventory already here. So I had phone cases, I had screen protectors, just little small accessories and sound bars and things like that. So from there, we started selling online. I think on that Shopify store, I think I only did 3 online sales, like actual a person going transacting on the website,
Yeah.
putting in their details, their card details, and paying there on the website. We only did 3, but we did sell offline. So the market wasn't yet geared for full online conversions yet. So I did that for about 1 year. And then I realized I needed to get a physical presence to actually gain the customer's trust, because that was the main thing that year, was know where you located, know how sure am I this thing is going to arrive, can you send it before I make payment. Those were the problems we used to have then from there, opened my store in 2023. I had a physical store, but I had to shut down the Shopify store. The Shopify store got shut down by Shopify itself, yeah. Because I couldn't
Wow.
accept, because the payment providers, there weren't any payment providers in Zambia at the time, or it was very difficult to get onboarded with them due to like restrictions and regulations. So I shut down the Shopify store. Then we continued selling gadgets in the physical store for about 2 years until 2025 April. Then we closed the store just because the rentals got too expensive. So, and we couldn't find, so I was struggling with finding money to reinvest into the business because everything was going to rentals and salaries. So after that, I decided, let me close the store. Let me go fully back online. And then, yeah, I built up the platform, the website, everything using AI. Yeah. And then from there, we decided let's market. And that's how we're here now.
Fantastic, man. Like, yeah, like I said, natural born hustler. My guy Kula was like, "Yo, bro, you want some tobacco dust? I got some tobacco dust. I need to buy an iPhone."
Bro, yo, those days were crazy, bro. I'd wake up at like 5 a.m. I would
Yeah.
go with a truck all the way, like halfway across the city. So like maybe 20, 30 Ks the other side. Chill in line. I reach there by 6:30, load the tobacco dust, deliver it by 10, 11. And then I'd still have deliveries to do also for like gadgets. Someone had messaged about something else. Go park the truck, get the gadgets, go deliver them. It was an interesting time.
Bet, man. But what was I guess what was the moment, what was the first like, "Yeah, this is working. This is gonna work." Like, what was that moment?
The first moment was when I traveled. So in 2022, I traveled to Dubai for the first time, and I posted online that I'm in Dubai. Uh, if you guys want anything, send me your orders and pay, and I'll bring them for you. And that's when it happened, bro. Because like people were sending for iPhones, they were sending for all these other gadgets, which I hadn't started selling in the store yet, but I had access to. And I said, oh, this model works.
What was it about, I guess, importing internationally all the way from Dubai versus, South Africa or like even just straight up stock that's in Zambia?
So South Africa, you're buying goods which have already got a markup. So they came from somewhere else. So you can get from there, yes. And I know there are some people who do that, but the prices are cheaper in Dubai. They're actually cheaper in Hong Kong, but
Okay.
I don't have access to the Hong Kong market yet. So the best next alternative is Dubai. So then also you have taxes and all these things at play. So if I'm importing from South Africa, there's all these other taxes and other things that are required for importing from South Africa, whereas importing from Dubai is a different tax structure, and I'm able to bring the things in cheaper.
And then have you faced like many, I guess, distribution challenges within Zambia as well? Or like, do you handle all of that by yourself?
Yeah, we have. Oh, actually, sorry, I didn't answer your last question about getting locally. Because the market is full of subpar repairs, copies of phones, copies of everything, and
Mm,
also quality, it's difficult for me to check here. And it's something I have thought about. You can get the stuff here and do the same dropshipping model. You can just go in town and get the prices. A lot of people already do that here, but it's just quality checks. Because I want the customer to have a good experience overall. I don't want them questioning me after the
yeah.
sale or
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
see. So better you have that peace of mind where you know you get what you asked for from Dubai consistently.
That's really key because like I guess looking at the origins of the business, and like we were talking about building customer trust, like, the origins of the business where, you had these 5 pairs of fake AirPods, and now obviously you've transitioned to real and authentic stock. So when it comes to like, I guess, building that customer trust, like how was that transition from, that duplicate product to the real thing, and then I guess communicating that to your customer base?
So the first 5 pairs I just sold in a close circle of friends. I didn't sell
Yeah.
them out like first,
So
like yeah. So it was
it
just
was it
it
was a
was
capital raising
it was a
activity.
capital raising venture.
Yeah.
It's not part of the business.
Yeah, okay, okay. Got you.
Yeah.
That's so good. But so I guess still, man, like, given the fact that, there are so many other resellers in Zambia with these Jute products, like how did you, cut through I guess maybe the doubt or the misconception that people might have had, and like, build that trust to be like, yeah, we're a reputable business that you want to work with.
So coming into when we transitioned to now the fully online, that was like our biggest thing was trust
Mm,
building. Like we sell original things. So we still had customers who had visited the store before. We had we had let's say a database. We had like their numbers, emails, everything. So the first thing we did when we started was we blasted out an email saying, "This is what we've done. This is what we're doing." And then on top of that, those customers already trusted us because we were selling original things before. And it's word of mouth also. So there was still that small word of mouth. And then, from August, when we started fully online, we just focused on telling people these are original. You are welcome to return it if you have any problems with it. We will refund you completely, or we will replace the product with a newer one or whatever it is. And yeah, that helped. And as the orders started coming in, people started receiving their items. They started realizing, oh, these are original.
yeah.
They arrived when they said they'd arrive. Everything works fine, etc. And then just from there, word of mouth has been growing slowly.
I guess looking at, a couple of the times that you've had to, close the online store once and then having to close the physical location as well. Like, did you what stopped you from just being like, cool, this one's done. Next.
Fighting poverty, bro. Fighting poverty.
Allergic to
No,
being
no.
broke.
Yeah, bro, no. No, but no, because I believed in it. And, like, I saw that this is something that can actually work. And there's so many possibilities in the space on where it could go. So I just said, I need to figure out how to make it work.
Did you ever have a time where you were like, maybe this is it?
Yeah, a lot of times, bro. A lot of
Yeah.
times. Actually, one of my friends, I was talking to him, I think last month or the month before, and we were speaking, and he said, and he told me, it's like, look, you see, and you told me you wanted to quit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because he's been with me, like he's my friend from grade 3, and he knows everything about this business, everything. And at the times I would call him like, bro, this thing, yo, is taking everything. It's just like, nah, keep going, keep going.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. But, like, you stuck with it, and that's powerful. That's powerful in itself. Like, I wonder for yourself as a serial entrepreneur, someone who's done various things, various ventures time and time again, what's harder? Is it building the product, finding the thing, or building the belief?
It's building the belief. Yeah, because I believe you can do anything you set your mind to, but what's harder is setting your mind to it every day. Yeah, because we all have our ups and downs. We have external factors hitting us from left, right, center, but showing up every day and staying on track, that's what's stronger.
For sure. For sure, man. Hey, HV gadgets upwards and onwards, bro. I wanna zoom out for a second though, and I wanna look at, I guess, looking broader into the African tech, reality. What do you think people outside of Africa kind of misunderstand about the tech industry there?
It's growing. It's growing faster than a lot of people realize. Mainly because of the infrastructures being built on top of mobile money. Mobile money has really taken over Africa. And just because of that, so many things are spinning up. You find just everything, because even e-commerce in 2021, you couldn't do e-commerce properly because there was no plugins for mobile money. Now it's a
Yeah,
whole lot different because people trust mobile money more than, let's say, card payments, because they're scared of fraud and all these things. But mobile
yeah,
money has brought about that trust. It's still as risky because there is fraud in mobile money. It's riskier, but the point is, yeah, there's a lot of infrastructure coming. Fintechs in the space are building neobanks. You find loan apps are getting included into things. So credit scoring is coming slowly. There's a lot of data being collected, and that's a very important thing. So there's a lot of data being collected. So it's a big market and it's growing very fast.
do you feel like, you wanna represent Zambia in terms of, like, the business and the tech world, or, like, what's your position? Where do you wanna be right now? What's your goal?
It's a tricky one. I am an introvert, but I do
Yeah.
want to be out there more. I have started trying, and yeah. So I don't want to say I want to represent Zambia as an entrepreneur. I want HV Gadgets to be like let's say, a beacon of what can be built with
Mm.
grit, hustle, and continuation. Because I do see it as something that can go regional, not just local. Yeah.
And so who are you without HV gadgets? Who is cooler outside of the office, outside of everything?
Yo, I'm really outside of the office nowadays. But
Yeah.
yeah, but no, I like to gym now. I keep active quite a bit, take walks just to clear the head. Yeah, and hang out with friends once in a while, not too much. And also I've started playing paddle. Yeah, just to keep busy. Yeah, paddle.
What's paddle? Hang on. Hang on a second.
What, you haven't heard of paddle?
No?
Bro, it's the fastest growing sport, like, everywhere. It's a
Paddle.
mix between squash and tennis.
What? Yo. Okay, for anyone who's watching right now, I'm Googling paddle. Okay, that's why the racket is tiny.
Yeah, it's like a mix between squash and tennis.
Okay. And you have found yourself in this sport.
Yeah, it's a fun sport because I used to play squash in high school and I used to play a bit
Yeah.
of tennis. So like, yeah, and I love
Cool.
squash. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I always find it funny, and I think this is something that a lot of African people, I want to say, this is something that we find when we find success on any level, whether it's, a little bit of success or whether it's the fact that we've opened up these stores and we're traveling to Dubai and all these kinds of things. Has any of that changed your relationships?
Uh, not really, but somewhat. Yeah, it's hard to say, but not really, but somewhat. Yeah.
Because you don't have an uncle just calling you up sometimes being like, "Hey, cooler, bro. Is you in Dubai? Bring
No,
bring back
obviously,
a
yes.
17 Pro
Those
Max."
the black tax, yes.
Yeah.
The black tax is always there. The black tax is always there, bro. It's always there.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, but you just have to watch out for it. Just avoid and just think. You just I so how I avoid it is I just put all my money in the business. So then
Yeah.
when people ask if you have money, I just say I don't have money. And it's honest
Yeah.
because the business has all the money.
That's facts, man. That's facts. And it's like, those
Yeah.
soccer players who put all their assets in their mother's names and stuff, and it's like, "Oh, well."
Yeah, it's true. So that's why, yeah, that's why I figured out how to do it that way. I started that from early though, but
Yeah. What fears still sit with you in the entrepreneurial world?
Sheesh, there's always fear. Is this gonna work? Are the goods gonna come in on time? I think you asked me about that actually, and I went back, I reverted to another question. So like even today, Iran and the US
Yeah.
are at war, right?
Yeah, of course.
So Dubai airport is shut down. So that means this week's consignments are delayed till, yeah. So you find like things like that. Yeah. So you always have fears of just different things, but you just have to push through because if you can imagine the worst, you can imagine the best.
Yeah, man. Where do you see the business? Where do you see yourself? And where do you see the, I guess, African landscape of drop shipping and of tech? Where do you see this industry and everything in 10 years' time?
Yo, it will be the business, the market will be bigger
Mm,
because in 10 years' time, 10 years is what we're in 2026. 10 years, the population would probably be over 30 mil, 40 mil, somewhere there in that range
yeah,
in
yeah,
10 years. Yeah. So you find there'll be more resellers, there'll be more buyers. It's just going to keep growing. As tech keeps advancing, more people will be onboarded. So
yeah.
I see it growing bigger. And drop shipping also is already something that's been localized for a long time. It just
Mm,
means it'll go online. You
yeah,
find right now, you find there's a lot of resellers on the ground so they use Facebook Marketplace because that's the easiest one. So you post a picture of whatever that shop has, you put your small markup and post it on the Facebook Marketplace. When
right.
the customer bites, you go to the store, pay for the item. The customer's paid you. You go to the store, pay for the item, take it to them.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
shops here in Zambia already even they have regular customers who do that, so you don't even need to go to the shop. You just send the money using mobile money.
yeah.
The supplier receives it and just you send him the details, send it to this number. You order your delivery bike or your courier bike and you send it directly to them.
Wow. Man, like, it's a whole system. Do you
It's
find
a
like,
whole system.
do you find shop owners just will just keep stock on the side for those frequent resellers that they work with?
Yeah, yeah, they do that, but then also sometimes they have to because they're in the selling game. So if you come and say no, hold this for me, but you don't pay anything or you don't do anything, they're gonna sell
Yeah,
it. But if you pay something towards it, they're gonna keep it for you. Yeah, but as long as because they know that if you sell more, they sell more. So win-win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. A bit of symbiosis in the relationship, man. Bro, looking at your Instagram page, I think what I find particularly interesting, especially as like you being the founder of the business and like this market that you're in and everything, you seem to be very big on like the educational content and actually educating people on how to find success in the things that you're doing. Like, tell me a little bit more about that. Why was that kind of content, I guess, important to your branding? And also, how have you found that?
Yeah. So for me, it's just it okay, the answer to this ties back to the question you said before, right? Like the market, like where do you see it going? So I see it going far. And the thing with Zambia is there's a lot of gatekeepers,
Yeah.
but I saw it as an opportunity to put the business out there, what we do, attach a certain authority to it, because people don't know what it is,
Yeah.
and also educate others into joining. It's not necessarily they have to join drop shipping or doing business. You can use it anywhere in life, but it just with education comes even if they don't buy, even if they don't learn or they don't do the business you do, it brings about that, oh, we can trust this business because they know what they're doing. So it's a way of creating trust around the business and also around what we're doing.
Speaking on that thing of people gatekeeping and, protecting their ideas and their lessons and everything, what kind of made you decide that that was not the direction you're going down? Like, because I'm sure you could have just been like, I'm going to keep all my secrets and I'm going to grow and scale my business and all these kinds of things. But you obviously chose, the educational route. Like, why was that?
More so for opportunity. Because if you're gatekeeping, other people gatekeep. If you put out information, more information comes to you. So it's a symbiosis type of relationship also with my followers and everyone who's interested in the space because information starts to flow. And the only way Zambia or African countries or people in business generally can make better decisions is through information.
And it ties back to like, building that trust because, I guess then people don't just think, "Oh, the only thing you want is my money." It's like, okay, you're
Yeah,
giving them something back, and I think
yeah,
that's true
yeah.
leadership, really.
You give back value. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I've been enjoying this chat with you, bro, and really appreciate having you on board. So what's next? What's next for you? How many other businesses are we opening? When's HV Gadgets opening up an international location? Like, what's happening?
No, so all of that is in the pipeline. So the regional expansion is in the pipeline, maybe over the next few years or something. At the
Yeah.
moment, we want to perfect the model and perfect the operations because obviously there's still a few kinks to sort out. We've only been operating at this new model since for 8 months, 9 months. So obviously we still have a lot of things to sort out. But what's next is we're launching our new website soon because the current one is a bit buggy and it does have slight issues with payment collections, tracking your orders, and a few other things. So we want to move to a more automated system. And yeah, so we should be launching that maybe in the next few weeks. Mobile app after. And then, yeah, and then from there, local stock inventory increases, and then that's the gradual plan.
Well, looking at your journey, bro, we're gonna play a little game here that we play on the show. Rapid fire, 3 questions. Imma just throw out a question and, the first thing that comes to your mind. You ready?
Okay. All right.
Alright, bro. What is one thing in your journey, what is one thing you would do again?
One thing I'll do again.
You're thinking about it. Don't think
Yo,
about it now.
I shouldn't think about it. Oh, sell the AirPods. Okay. The first thing I'll sell the fake AirPods for a bit longer.
Yeah. Raise more capital.
Raise more capital.
Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. What's one thing you would never do again?
Take orders without payment.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I hear you. And the final question in rapid fire is: what is a piece of advice you wish someone told you when you started your journey?
Don't entertain failure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because when you start to entertain failure, that's when you start to fail. So don't entertain
for sure, man. For sure. That's a good one. I like that one. I like that one.
it. Thank you.
That's dope, man. Cooler, bro. Thank you so much. It's been so great having you on the show, man. Tell the people where they can find you, where they can find HV Gadgets. Let them know.
Yeah, so you can find HV Gadgets on Instagram or on TikTok. You can find, so the handle is HV Gadgets, just HV Gadgets. And then you can find me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, KULER145. Yeah,
Absolutely. And we're gonna drop all those handles in the description as well. Sorry, man, I interrupted you.
no worries. And then for those who want to learn or follow the dropshipping journey of how I started this, there is a YouTube channel, Building Businesses in Zambia.
Fantastic. Kula, thank you so much for coming on to Before We Take Off. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mufaro. I am your host, and this has been Kula, and you have all been beautiful. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you on another episode very soon. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You know what? We about to take off.